Chief of Staff and Colonel Commandant of the Sri Lanka Signals Corps, Deputy Chief of Staff, Commandant, Sri Lanka Army Volunteer Force, Principal Staff Officers of the Sri Lanka Army Headquarters, retired Brigadier Frank Silva, the former Chief of Staff, General Prasad Samarasinghe, and retired senior officers, Officer Vidhanagamage, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to all of you. At the outset, as the Chief of Defence Staff and the Commander of the Army, let me warmly welcome all retired officers of this great organization to our new Army headquarters here today. Let me also take this opportunity to congratulate the Corps of Signals, as mentioned by the Colonel Commandant and the Chief of Staff of the Army, for this milestone achievement of publishing their 8 decades of history, bestowing a finely compiled, professionally written, and a creative piece of literature for the present and the future generations of the Signals Corps and at large for the entire Sri Lanka Army. I'm aware that the Silent Heroes is not a production of it's within a one-day production. It has been contributed, vetted, nurtured over a long period of time by veteran signalers. Therefore, let me to express my sincere appreciation and gratitude personally to those senior signal officers, senior non-commissioned officers, and men who contributed in various ways to make this venture a success. In addition, as the Signal History Book well portrays, let me salute all those signalers who relentlessly discharge their duties in operational and peacetime, in the classic role or otherwise. The signalers who got injured in the battlefield, and the valiant signalers who sacrificed their lives for the tomorrow of the motherland from the inception of the Corps of Signals to date. By glancing through this book, it made me certain that the Silent Heroes has given the due recognition and accolade for the noble sacrifice made by the officers and men of Corps of Signals. So I pay my sincere appreciation once again for that. Ladies and gentlemen, the military as a responsible government entity always take leadership in most state endeavors, including every kind of national crisis, as no other organization possesses the capability and the capacity of undertaking complex nationwide engagements during complete spectrum of conflict. In this venture, as a defender of the nation and its people, the Sri Lanka Army has been at the forefront of fostering peace, security, and prosperity of this country amidst many turbulent environments. This has gone again underpinned by the recently erupt COVID-19 pandemic, where His Excellency the President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has entrusted Sri Lankan Army to spearhead the dauntless task of saving the country from this deadly disease. Apparently, the people of this country has kept the ultimate trust on Sri Lanka Army, and I personally feel both the warmth and the respect of the general public of this great nation Sri Lanka at every corner wherever I meet them. In this endeavor, as the Chief of Defence Staff and the Commander of the Army, I highly admire the professional service rendered by the Sri Lanka Signals. Also, I expect that the Corps of Signals will continue in maintaining the essential communication services to optimize the command and control of men and material of Sri Lanka Army in time to come. Since the communication and the electronic services are vital requirements, especially in the modern day operation requirement environment, as Professor Vidhana Gamage just a while ago mentioned. I fervently believe that the generations of signalers over a long period of 77 years contributed immensely with their life, flesh, sweat and blood, skills and competencies to achieve common objectives and end states of the Sri Lanka Army and the nation at large. Specifically, signalers played a mission-critical role in achieving tactical, operational and strategic advantages in the battlefield at varied instances in countering northern terrorism and southern insurgencies. As frontline commander in a humanitarian operation, I bear the testimony for how EW operations aimed at enhancing the operational tempo greatly assisted the offensive formations. At this important juncture of the Corps of Signals, I appreciate their ardent contribution, and I am certainly proud and contented by your professional achievements during my time in command. In my approach to ensuring national security, the signals need to increase its scope through vertical expansion. In the information era, signals become one of the most decisive tools in every engagement, since the different applications of electromagnetic spectrum will be critical in the complex environment in the future. It has become a dire need that the physical deployment of human and material resources is increasingly needed to be backed with virtual competencies to be most relevant, especially for today's context. Thus, the vertical expansion should primarily focus on enhancing professional competencies while acquiring the necessary hardware, networks, and know-how in cutting-edge and state-of-art technology-enabling signals to become a formidable entity that has the capacity and also the capability to protect national and military critical infrastructure while hindering similar capabilities of potential adversaries. There will be more and more engagements ahead of you, such as recently started issuance of national driving license project in the future as well. In the recent submitted Sri Lanka's Army's The Way Forward, the strategic projection of the Army into the future identifies how signalers should be. Therefore, future members of this corps, both the officers and the men, be ready, educated, trained, skilled, and competent to undertake complex engagements and exploit those opportunities for the better projection of the Sri Lanka in time to come. Ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, reminding all of the history for the present generation is a timely requirement for every regiment and institution of the Army, and for that matter, any organization in existence. It is necessary to create a conducive platform for future generations of officers, soldiers, and students to explore the technological and procedure evolutions, glory and achievements, accomplishments and drawbacks, best practices, and most importantly, the experience and role played by their forefathers in the past in both peace and conflict. In this regard, the literature and archives available for the generations to come play a vital role. By this very significant history book, Silent Heroes, probably supplemented that literature which bridges on information gap that is vital to foster and enrich the regimental tradition, ethos, values, the decorum in the future generations. Also, some of the historical pictures and the narratives may well be worth millions in time to come, at a time when it may well be that none of us would be in existence. Against this backdrop, the present corps members, led by present Colonel Commandant, should be very proud of this accomplishment during their time in service. Let me also appreciate the work of the editorial committee and the professional contribution by the publishers, designers, and writers. I value the experience gained by our officers through such cross-industry action via cross-industry teaming that finally produced a quality piece of historical literature. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, let me thank the Colonel Commandant and all ranks of the Corps of Signals for inviting me as the chief guest at this milestone event. I wish the best of health, wealth, and good luck for all your future endeavors, for members of Corps of Signals and their beloved ones, with a sincere hope of receiving your fullest cooperation and support for the noble cause of thriving the mother Sri Lanka towards security and prosperity. Thank you.